Everyone, welcome back to the Jason L36 Racing channel. Yep, it's me again. I'm very excited to announce this new series. It's going to be the Mixture series. We're going to mix a bunch of different types of racing together to make one ultimate competition. So you might be wondering how this works. Because, this video is meant to choose cars. We're trying to choose who gets who car, but first we had to figure out how this entire thing works. And that's where I got this great thing. Very happy to announce the Jason L36 website. It's pretty insane, right? Well, okay, we're going to go through the rules of the race. You want to check out the website, go to the link in the description below. If you want. It's not mandatory. 12 races in the series. The kinds of races will be rally racing, trials, cat and mouse, drag racing, circuit racing, time attack, street racing, and endurance racing. So each driver will get 2 cars, one main car and one backup car. Backup car will only be used when the main car can't be raced, such as when they crash. Rules on that later. Okay, before we start, we have to figure out what each type of racing actually means. So circuit racing, all the cars are in one lap. It'll be like all the racing flags, yellow flags, without cautions, whatever you want to call them. Cars will not be able to finish laps, allow cars in behind groups to get past them. That sounds a bit confusing. I didn't explain it best on this short sentence. You could look at my first video I ever made. I kind of explained it more there, so you can look at that. The next kind of race is a time attack. So it's like rally racing, trying to set the fastest time. But they'll race around a circuit for maybe 3 laps, and we'll take the best time for them to compete against other drivers for the best time. Next is a drag race. You don't need to know what that is. We all know what that is. Best of 3, first to the finish line wins. Now, rally race is basically the same as a time attack, but it's a one-way track. So it's not a circuit, right? And same rules apply. Next, we have a street racing, which is similar to drag racing, but instead of 1v1, it's going to be 4 cars at the same time, and it's going to be an open lane, so no track, just open on the ground. And first to 1 wins that one round. Next, we have cat and mouse race. You might have seen it in Shadow Racing Series Season 1, Episode 2. I explained it in some detail there. But basically, it will be 1v1, a one-way track, like a rally track. One will be cat, one will be mouse. So the mouse is released from the start gate a couple milliseconds earlier. There's going to be a space between them. So for the mouse to win, the mouse has to finish the track and not be touched or get passed by the cat. And the cat, basically when the cat catches or passes the mouse, then they switch roles and we go back and forth until the mouse gets away. Next up we have trials. Okay, it's kind of hard to I can explain this. So there's going to be a card up there and another eye. It's going to link to a video where this idea was inspired. This idea I did not come up with this idea. I'm not stolen it, but check out that eye to see. Card. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. Whatever it's called, check it out. It's a really good video, good quality, good music, and explains everything I'm doing. And if you don't want to do that, basically, we're gonna make a track. It's really tough to go through, and we're gonna just see who gets the furthest. If you finish, then that's impossible because it's designed for you not to finish. But if you do, then we'll just see how far you get past the finish line. And yeah, everyone will go in there, and then we'll see who goes the furthest, and now determine the placings. Next up, we have endurance racing. I don't think I've seen this concept explored in diecast racing at all, and by anyone, so I might be the first one to do it. If so, yay. Basically, what it is there'll be a timer. So in a real endurance race, in real life, 24 hours in Le Mans, it's going to be 24 hours, and then when the car in first place crosses that finish line, then they'll start the final lap at the race. And then after that, it's done. So obviously we're not going to do 24 hours. We might do 10 minutes. And finally we get to the rules of crashing. So obviously in most other racing leagues, when you crash, you're just out of the race. You're done, right? Usually it's like that in real life as well. If you crash once, usually you're not going to be able to get back in the race. Here, we're going to make that. It's basically the same thing, but worse. So, when you crash, we're going to roll a die, 1 to 6. If you see on screen right now, that's exactly what happens. But basically, I'll go through it. You roll 1, And for that one race, like let's just say it's the first race, you crash and you roll 1. That means you're out that first race and the next 3 races. And then your backup car will be used for this race and for the next 3 races as well. Unless, of course, the backup car crashes as well, and you could get a situation where you have no cars for like a couple races, just to keep things exciting. I don't know, will it keep things exciting? I'm not really sure. That's why I'm going to try it out in this series. Roll 2, it was the same thing, but car will be out for that race plus 2 more after. If you roll 3, car will be out for that for only the race that you crashed in. So it's the first race, you crashed in the first race, then you're only out for that one race, and you come back in the second race. For if you roll 4 or 5, you're out for 1 lap / attempt. It depends on the kind of race. We'll cross the line when we get to it. You don't really need to know about that right now. If you roll a 6, you are good to go, but you start at the back of the race if it's a circuit race or an endurance race. But if it's like drag racing, you'll just be back in the round. So it's all good. How it's going to work is you're going to pick one car. So I'm going to show you both the backup car and the normal car. The first car, the main car you're going to be racing. So just pick one. You either write down the number or the name of the car, or both if you want. Do whatever you want. And I'm going to show you the cars right now. First up, it's a rookie car. The prototype H24 number 24. Has not raced in any other races on this channel. Backup car will be the Corvette Grand Sport. Also a rookie car. 34 grams on the prototype H24 weighs 32 grams, and the Corvette Grand Sport 34 grams. Both have not raced at all. Next up, we have number 9 Rollin Thunder, the red one. So the red one has placed 3rd at Tenouchi Speedway, which is the first race of the season for this racing series. So you can take that into consideration, and has made it to day 2 of King of the Garden 2019. There's Drift Tech, who is 36 grams. Rollin Thunder is also 36 grams. Drift Tech has been in 2 races, hasn't really done much though. Knocked out of first round in the Rally League and King of the Garden. By the way, your reminder, Drift Tech is your backup car for Rollin Thunder. So if you pick Rollin Thunder, you also get Drift Tech for your backup car. Next car you could choose is the number 17, Porsche 934 Turbo RSR, 36 grams. We have lots of data on this car. Placed 3rd in 2 different drag race diecast short races. So it's pretty good drag racing, and although it was knocked out in day 1 in King of the Garden. And if you choose that car, you get the 2008 Dodge Challenger as your backup car. 37 grams, is a rookie car, has not raced here yet. The next car you can choose is the Jester, number 68, weighing at 26 grams. It's pretty light. So it was knocked out in day 1 King of the Garden, so it's probably not that good at drag racing, but in the Rally League, it finished with a time of 3.43 seconds in the first heat, the first track of the heat before we canceled the series. So at that time, with all the races, 24 racers, he placed 2nd. So Jester is really good at not straight lines. Your backup car, you get a Matchbox Audi RS6 Advent 2004. In King of the Garden, did not enter actually. The only race this car has is in the birthday special diecast short race I had, and this placed 2nd race in a circuit track. Next up, we have the number 11 winning formula at 29 grams. Has placed 8th in a circuit short race and 9th in a drag race short race. And if you choose that car, your backup car will be the 2006 Honda Civic Si, weighing at 38 grams. This car has placed 3rd in a drag race, like a diecast short race drag race. Next car is the 1970 Chevelle SS Wagon, weighing in at 39 grams, number 3. He has competed in King of the Garden, which made it to day 2. If you choose that car, you will get the Scorcher as well, 33 grams. He's competed in 1 diecast short race at the Pond Dragway, where he got 3rd place, and for the Rally League, he DNF'd, did not finish the course, but he still made it to the next round. Next up is the number 94 Nissan Fairlady Z, who's competed in 1 race, knocked out of King of the Garden in day 1. And your backup car is the Subaru BRZ, 47 grams, and the Nissan Fairlady Z was 34 grams, and this car is a rookie car, as well as Atomica. Up weighing in 33 grams, number 16. I don't know the name of it, but just type in NASCAR 1996 if you want it. And it's a rookie car, not competed yet, and the backup car will be a 2015 MX-5 Miata, weighing in at 30 grams. in the Rally League with DNF, but did move on to the next round. Your next car is, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. It's the number 8. Just type in number 8 or the name on the screen right now. 35 grams, knocked out on the first day of King of the Garden. And your backup car will be a pile driver at 34 grams who made it to the second day of King of the Garden. Alright, the next car you can choose is going to be the number 20 Escort Rally, weighing in 37 grams. He has raced in the Rally League. He did not finish the course, but he did go far enough to move on to round 2. And your backup car will be the T-Gray, that red one over there, 30 grams. He made it to the second day of King of the Garden. The next car you can get is the number 35 Chicane, weighing in at 36 grams. He has been in the Shoutout Racing Series in the Cat and Mouse race, number 2. He lost in the first round, unfortunately, but he did qualify. And your backup car is Atomica Porsche. I don't know what it says right now because I don't have it with me, but it is 36 grams, and this is the first race it's going to be in. Next up, you can pick the number 23 1957 Chevy, who weighs 36 grams. He was knocked out day 1 of King of the Garden, and in the Rally League is last place in terms of times, but the fact that he did finish the course, and out of 24 cars who attempted the course, only 8 of them finished. So he resides in 8th place. Backup car is a 1957 Maisto Chevrolet Corvette, weighing in at 34 grams, and it made it this second day of King of the Garden. Alright, your next car you can choose is the number 32 Aston Martin Vantage GT3, 32 grams, knocked out on day 1 of King of the Garden. And your backup car will be the 1970 Chevelle SS, 42 grams. In the Rally League, finished with a time of 3.76 seconds, which is 7th place, only 8 finishers out of 24 cars. The next car you can choose is the number 10 Acura NSX, weighing at 32 grams. This is the first time this car has competed in this channel. And your backup car will be a Maisto Mercedes-Benz S-Class, weighing at 31 grams, also a rookie car. And the next car you could choose is 24 Hours, weighing at 30 grams. The first event and only event it's competed in was in the King of the Garden 2019, where he was knocked out in the first round. And your backup car is a Jeep CJ2A, weighing at 33 grams, also knocked out in day 1 of King of the Garden. And the final car you can choose is the number 55 1955 Chevy Bel Air Gasser, weighing in 34 grams. It was knocked out on day 1 of King of the Garden 2019 and placed 11th out of 12 cars in the diecast short race birthday special I made 2 years ago. But just to let you know, the car was in the top 3 until it crashed. And the backup car will be the Jeep Wrangler, weighing in at 40 grams. Is the first time this car has ever competed in this channel, and it is an Atomica car. Those were the 16 pairs of main and backup cars you can choose to be a part of this series. So just comment down either the name of the main car or the number of the main car. I'll put a pinned comment to tell you which ones are available and stuff. And yeah, so I can't wait for this. I'm really excited for this event. It's gonna be 12 races. It's probably gonna be like a race each week. Some weeks gonna have 2 races, so we should be finished by June, I think, if school doesn't get too crazy, because all this virus stuff happening. It's all online schooling. It's not too bad. I don't really know how exams are going, but hopefully it isn't too bad, and it probably won't be, since cheating. Not saying I would. Hey, I'm not cheating. I wouldn't cheat on the exam. I wouldn't do that. It's not a confession, but just the possibility. I don't know about that. Anyways, hope to see you guys next time. If you're not subscribed, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. If you aren't, you better smash the subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Okay, see ya.